everyone, welcome to Quantum Messages. My name is Ani Sophine, and I'm doing a series, what I'm calling See into the Unseen. And every month, based upon my research, I am creating a lesson, a deep dive into what I'm researching for that month, as well as a PDF that you can read, and also a transcript. And it is a membership, and it's called See into the Unseen. And I focus on specific things for that month. So last month, I was focusing on packed thought forms and what they mean quantumly, as well as what they mean metaphysically, and when you actually receive packed thought forms. This month, I am focusing on spirits of the land. And currently right now, I am sitting right next to a vapor spring, which is extremely old. It's been used for over 10,000 years minimum by humans, and it's at a place called Buckhorn Springs in Ashland, Oregon. It is on the north flank of Mount Shasta. So there's multiple springs on the north flank of Mount Shasta going up Highway 5, and then on the south flank of Mount Shasta going towards going south on Highway 5. There are other multiple springs. So this spring is directly connected to Mount Shasta and the volcano. And it has been used by humans for over 10,000 years. I have been interacting with this property in the spring for about a year now. And what I've come to realize is that this spring and multiple other springs that are mineral springs are like portals, and they create electromagnetic fields and almost like multi-dimensional realities where not only where we can interact with the unseen realms, but where the unseen realms and entities in those realms can interact with us. And these are placed on geomagnetic coordinates on the planet and also in the quantum realm. And so I've realized that they're power points, and with all sacred sites around the world, 100%, they are located near some form of mineral spring, river, ocean. There might be some part in the ocean where there's some crazy current that's happening. Maybe a lake that's fed by a specific spring. There's always a point within the hydroelectric water field, basically, which creates these electromagnetic and piezoelectric type of events where there is a phase shift between realities. And the ancient people knew about this. And so what happens is that a lot of times with these springs, there is very unusual paranormal activity that happens. And people who are sensitive to it have experiences. I'm one of them, and I'm sure those who are listening to me are all experiencers, and I'm sure you've had strange experiences too. And so what I've come to realize is that these springs are portals, and they are placed on a geomagnetic system, coordinate system that is natural, that connects to other realities. And so this month in May, what I'm focusing on is spirits of the land with an emphasis of the springs. And so because I live in an area where there are multiple mineral springs that is on the north flank of Mount Shasta, it's a heightened spot of intensity. And because the land that I'm sitting on right now, which is Buckhorn Springs, has been used for over 10,000 years, specifically this spring, for healing, there is an emphasized amount of spirit activity here and paranormal activity. And it's not only here, but all the other springs along the north flank and all the springs along the south flank of Mount Shasta. And it's not only here, it's all the mineral springs around the planet. And most of these springs, like I said, have sacred sites at them. So for example, if you go to Glastonbury, England, there are specialized springs there where, apparitions have happened, and you've seen People have seen spirits. People have had, you know, healings that have suddenly happened. They've had awakenings. They've connected with dead relatives. All kinds of things have happened. And so my original in April lesson was on pack thought forms. What I've come to realize is that your thoughts and thoughts of people who have interacted with this place and thoughts of the beings that have interacted with this place get completely and utterly electrified. So it's 100-fold. So whatever you're thinking can manifest, which is fascinating to me. And it has something to do with the geomagnetic field, along with the piezoelectric effect of water and the memory of water and the connection to this volcano. So I've done a big study on this. I've actually been creating this lesson for over, I'd say, like 8 months now. And finally it's coming to fruition because I feel like more information and more research has come my way. And so if you are interested in learning more about this information, spirits of the land, and the essence that they create based upon their unusualness and their geomagnetic points on the planet, please go to my website, quantummessages1.com, and you can join my membership, which is to see into the unseen. And I'm focusing on see into the unseen because I feel like we all have that natural ability. Like we are born with this innate ability. You know, we have the power within ourselves to connect and get the messages that we want to get from, let's say, our soul and other entities that are in alignment with us, that are benevolent to us. And we don't need to focus on outside information and sources. There's so much charlatan type of information out there, and people who are claiming to know things when they really don't. I really believe true knowledge comes from within. And so each one of these lessons kind of gets you deeper and deeper in starting to recognize the knowledge within yourself, and also interesting things around the planet. For example, these springs and sacred sites that can amplify your knowledge and also help you walk into other dimensions, right? And be able to connect with other beings. So if you're interested, please go to my website, quantummessages1.com, and take a look. And it's $21 a month. It's not that expensive, but I do provide pretty deep information, and all the resources that I have personally researched, I offer to you, as well as my lesson for that month, as well as some form of written information, as well as a transcript based upon the video if you don't want to listen to it. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and Google some springs, check them out. I'm sure there are some in your local area. Thank you.